wearing the gauntlet there. So I've had many crushes in my life, but the one that hit me the most significantly was the summer of my 17th year. This was before I was in a wheelchair, and I had this incredible opportunity to go live on the Blackfeet Reservation in Greeno, Montana, and participate in a community service project with a number of teenagers and 2 group leaders, and one of which was the hottest of hot men that I'd ever seen or had spent time with. And his name was John, and he was from New Jersey, and I was from the west suburbs of Philadelphia, so I thought we had like stuff in common, you know, like the Phillies and Bruce Springsteen, and I was learning construction, and I thought he could be my Mr. Miyagi, but like a tan, blonde, handsome, non-Asian version of Mr. Miyagi. So getting to work on the Blackfeet Reservation was a really incredible experience, and I had grown up in like Wonder Breadville, Wayne, Pennsylvania, and so I was ready to, you know, try some different types of cultural experiences, and it was really amazing, and I was so excited about being there, but also so excited about spending time with John. And we would have these incredible conversations about religion and welfare reform, and we would gather around the campfire with a group of like other teens that were in the program and talk about like, if I had a Blackfeet name, what would it be? And you know, we would go and participate in these sweat lodges, and there were people that we were meeting, this one man named Buster Yellow Kidney, and I was like, wow, you know, to have like such an identity that you could really own it, you know, like own your pathology. And so this one particular weekend, we had done lots and lots of community service projects, and we decided to take a break and go on a whitewater rafting trip as a group down the middle fork of the Flathead River in Glacier National Park. And if you've ever been to Glacier National Park, you must, if you haven't been, you must go. It's my little environmental aside. The glaciers are melting. Get there now. Okay.
I like your stories!
Thank you. So anyway, it's a very famous river. There's like high class 3 rapids. The first day is like pretty mellow, and you know, we get going, and it's these like really tough like whitewater rafting guides, and you know, they're hot too, but I just want to spend time with John. And I'm kind of ignoring like the rest of the teenagers on my trip, because I'm 17 and they're 15, and I'm like so sophisticated that you know, I can spend time with the group leaders and do like leader things and not really be with the teens at all time. So at the end of the first day of rafting, it's kind of decided, and bear in mind this is my first whitewater rafting trip ever. But, you know, I was an avid camper. I knew how to pitch a tent. Like, I knew how to, like, properly spit out your toothpaste, so, like, projectiles in all different directions, like, how to walk through a puddle without, like, leaving a trace, you know, all those things. And so John's like, who wants to help me pitch tent? And I'm like, oh, yeah, I can do that. Sure. And so all the whitewater rafting guides decide to take all the teens up to the hillside where they're going to show them the proper bathroom etiquette, how to relieve yourself, and also show them like how to take care of like kitchen and cleaning out supplies and stuff. So I go pitch lots of tents with John for all the group. We get back and we're kind of sitting around, and there's sort of like prep cooking going on, and I realize like, well, I have to go relieve myself. And, you know, it wasn't one of those quick, like, relieve yourself moments. But the rule was, like, you leave a water bottle at the top of the hill, and that indicates, like, someone's using, like, the restroom area. And so I, you know, spend some time doing that, and I come back down. We're sitting around the campfire. Our campers are, like, you know, my fellow community service members. Someone's, like, got a ukulele out. Like, other people are prep cooking. And one of the whitewater rafting guides kind of comes down from the hillside. He's like fuming red, and he just like shouts at the top of his lungs, "Who took a shit in the bucket?" I'm sorry, what now? Who took a shit in the hand washing bucket? And I was like, I let out kind of an, oh my God. Oh my God. And he's like, I just spent 35 minutes teaching all of you how to shit in the tin groover, relieve yourself, and wash your hands in the white bucket. And I was like, oh my God. And I'm picturing like this hot rafter goes up to the top of the hill. He like relieves himself, you know, like urinates or whatever, and he goes to wash his hands and he sees my two deuces floating in the hand washing bucket. And I'm thinking to myself like, oh my God, I shit in the bucket. That was me. And I start to like well up a little bit, and I start to like whimper. And John, being that John walks over and he puts his hand on my shoulder and he's like, let's go clean that up. And I realized that like, you know, that I was trying to be someone that I wasn't, you know, this sort of like hardcore camper and tough construction worker woman and impressing John, and I just need to own it and sort of, I shit the bucket, and that was going to be my Blackfoot name.